Welcome back to another video in our college admissions series. Today, we're diving into early decision and early action, two strategies that can give you a head start in securing your dream college spot. As the landscape of college admissions continues to evolve, early decision and early action have emerged as powerful tools for ambitious students seeking a competitive edge. How can applying early be advantageous? There is an increased chance of admission. Colleges often admit a higher percentage of their early applicants compared to regular decision applications. By applying early, students demonstrate a strong interest in the institution, which can positively influence admissions decisions. There's also flexibility in planning when you're applying early. Early applicants typically receive their admissions decisions earlier than regular decision applicants, often by January or December. This allows students to alleviate some of the stress associated with the college application process and plan accordingly for their future. You can also show demonstrated interest by applying early. Submitting an early application signals to colleges that the student is genuinely interested in attending their institution. This can be especially beneficial for schools that track demonstrated interest as a factor in admissions decisions. Scholarships and financial aid can also be a benefit in applying early. Some colleges offer early applicants priority consideration for merit-based applications and financial aid. By applying early, students may increase their chances of receiving favorable financial aid packages. Applying early refers to submitting your college application before the regular deadlines typically set by colleges. There are generally two types of early application options: early decision, ED, and early action, EA. With early decision, students apply to their top choice school early in the admission cycle, typically by November 1st or November 15th. And, if accepted, they are required to attend that college and withdraw all other applications. Early decision is binding, meaning students commit to attending the school if accepted. On the other hand, early action allows students to apply to colleges early and receive an admissions decision earlier than the regular decision deadline, usually by December or January. Unlike early decision, early action is non-binding, so students have until the regular decision deadline to decide whether to accept the offer of admission. In both cases, applying early gives students a competitive advantage by demonstrating their enthusiasm and commitment to the college, and it can potentially increase their chances of admission. However, it's essential for students to carefully consider their options and weigh the benefits and drawbacks of applying early before making a decision. Here's a chart giving a detailed breakdown of various application timelines. Notice that there is another type of early action application that is referred to as single choice or restrictive early action, which, while non-binding, restricts your ability to apply early to only one school. Schools that offer single-choice early action includes Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and Stanford. Regular decision application is the normal application timeline used by most U.S. colleges and universities for admitting students. Regular decision is non-binding, has a larger applicant pool, which makes it more competitive, and has a later deadline, January 1st or after. Admissions notifications for regular decision is sent out later in the year, February or after. And there's less flexibility in planning, but more flexibility in being able to apply to as many colleges as you want, and more time to refine your application. How do acceptance rates for EA schools compare with RD? Let's look at a few examples. Northeastern University has a regular decision acceptance rate of 18% and an early action acceptance rate of 27%. UNC Chapel Hill has an RD acceptance rate of 19% and an EA acceptance rate of 25.7%. Finally, MIT has an RD acceptance rate of 3.8% and an EA acceptance rate of 5.7%. Remember that restrictive early action, like early action, is also non-binding and only limits how many colleges you can apply to early. If offered enrollment, they have until May 1st to confirm. How do acceptance rates for REA schools compare with RD? Let's look at a few examples. Princeton University has an RD acceptance rate of 6% and an REA acceptance rate of 14.7%. Harvard College has an RD acceptance rate of 3.41% and an REA acceptance rate of 7.56%. University of Notre Dame has an RD acceptance rate of 15% and an REA acceptance rate of 27.8%. Finally, let's look more at the statistics of early decision applicants. In early decision applications, students make a commitment to one first-choice institution where, if admitted, they definitely will enroll. You have less room for flexibility even if the financial aid package offered will be a burden and make it difficult to attend the school. For example, New York University has a regular decision acceptance rate of 16%, but an early decision acceptance rate of 38%. Brown University has their RD acceptance of 5.1%, and an early decision acceptance rate of 13%. As you can see, applying early can be a strategic move for college applicants seeking to gain a competitive edge in the admissions process. Whether through early decision or early action, students have the opportunity to demonstrate their enthusiasm, commitment, and readiness for higher education. By submitting their applications ahead of the regular deadline, students not only increase their chances of admission, but also gain early insight into their academic future. However, it's important for students to carefully weigh the benefits and drawbacks of applying early and ensure that it aligns with their individual goals and circumstances. Remember that if flexibility is important to you in making your college decision, you can choose to apply early action or restrictive early action instead of early decision. Here's a final note. It's always better to submit a strong application rather than a rushed one. So, if you feel that you may not be ready to apply by early deadlines, it is okay to wait until regular decision deadlines to submit a stronger and well-refined application. Regardless of whichever path you choose to follow, take a moment to celebrate this next step in your academic journey. And with that, we'll see you in our next video.